I grew up in Hialeah, and I have a very, I think it's a unique story, but at the same time, because we live in South Florida, it's probably not unique because so many people come from these similar backgrounds. I am a first generation American, and growing up in Hialeah, I first lived in a little apartment building. And the story that I like to share about growing up in Hialeah is that although we lived in an apartment building, I had a rooster as a pet. And we had a little house for him in the common area, the green space of the apartment. And I thought he was the most clever rooster that existed. I called him People. That was his name. Every time I would, go outside and say, People, he would like come up from wherever he was. And he actually learned to walk me to my bus stop. He would walk me to my bus stop. I would get on my bus. And in the afternoon, he would come back home. And in the afternoon, he'd be waiting for me again. And we would walk home together. And my grandma thought that was the most bizarre thing. She did not like it. She was like, roosters are not supposed to be pets. And one day when we were outside line drying, I must have been like 6 or 7 years old. We were out line drying, and she saw that he, tried to peck me. And that was enough for her. She did not like that action. And I lost him that day. I couldn't find him anymore. And I was going around the entire neighborhood, People, trying to find him, and told all the neighbors, I miss my rooster. I don't know where he's at. And my grandmother said, "Don't worry about it. We'll look for him again tomorrow." Had a horrible day at school. I can't even imagine what my kindergarten teacher was trying, how she was consoling me, or trying to make me concentrate in school because I was so heartbroken. But I do know that when I came back from school and my grandmother had my merienda ready for me, she said, "Mijita, don't worry about it. Have this chicken soup. It's gonna make you feel better." My family, is an immigrant family, and I really got exposure to the arts through school. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is that Miami-Dade County Public Schools offers art to all kids in elementary school, where I became just really passionate about, knowing more and exploring art was in middle school. I had this phenomenal teacher. His name is Mr. McKay. I had him in my art. He was my art teacher for sixth, seventh, and eighth because I loved it so much in sixth grade that I kept on requesting to have art in school. And I remember that I just felt so peaceful being in his class. I felt like I could be myself, I could be authentic. I didn't have to worry about rules and regulations because he wanted me to just express myself in whatever manner I wanted to express myself. And of course, he showed us techniques. But I love Mr. McKay. I went to his retirement party a couple of years ago. He retired and then he came back. So he's still a teacher in our public schools. And he's the one that really um, showed me, that there's so much to love about art. And I thank our public schools for doing that.